Hey there. Just wanted to pop into PawFest here for a couple minutes and introduce myself. I am Melanie Steele. I am the trainer here at Steele Canine Foundations. And PawFest is kind of my brainchild. It's something that's been popping around in my mind for a while now, and it's coming to fruition, and it's incredible to see all of this come together, the collaboration, the support, the sheer knowledge and education that is being provided over this weekend. I really hope to see a lot of people taking advantage of it, because as I've been going through some of these submissions and talking to some of these people, it's incredible. The amount of stuff that I thought I knew that I didn't know, and just the kind of little backgrounds and the stories and the histories that go along with all of it. So I really hope that everybody gets something from this weekend, and I really truly think that a lot of people will. So back to introducing myself. So I have been in the dog world pretty steadily for about 10 years now. I've always had dogs around me, but I really never truly understood the capacity that the dogs have, and the incredibleness that they can truly contribute. So about 10 years ago, I got a new puppy. I wanted to do better for this dog than I had done with my girls in the past, because I realized that there was truly a gap in the area that I was living, where there wasn't a whole lot of training going on. I'm going to age myself and say that, Facebook was still a relatively new thing. It wasn't brand new by any means, but it was really just starting to come around to be what kind of an information source that we currently have available today. So as I started exploring and just trying to find out, how do I find out? How do I make this dog's life the best it could possibly be? I did connect with some amazing people along the way, and each and every person that I could put on that list, I have learned from, whether it's big or small. Something sticks out with each and every one of them, and I feel honored to be able to have received that information from them, whether it was in person, online, through textbook, through podcast, which is my new favorite thing. It's really, truly been a journey, and I'm going to share some pictures at this point, which really do kind of show you a little bit of my story, and I'm going to talk about them at the same time as we go. So if you'll just give me 1 second here to get everything going, because I'm still a little new at this part of it as well. The pictures are going to pop up here in a second as we are going. There we go. So now I want to press one more thing because I forgot, and I want to make it all pretty. There we go. So like I said, each and every person and dog along the way has been part of my continued education. I started with basic foundational work. I got into some sports along the way. I really took an interest in responsible dog ownership. There used to be a program through CKC. Some of the pictures that you will see in here would be from some of the activities I actually put on in the Miramichi area when I was living there. This one actually here is some to really just promote the idea of dogs being valuable members of the family. I recently was able to complete my CGN evaluators application and be approved, which again means the world to me, because it's all about dogs being part of the family, part of the community. And the easiest way to do that is to understand them and to be able to communicate with them. And it makes your life easier. It makes your dog's life easier. And what else would you want? We don't want this to be anything hard. We want this to be something simple and that we can welcome them into our lives and enjoy them as much as they enjoy us. So, like I said, I've played with a couple different things along the way, and I really truly feel that I've found my niche in looking at foundational work. So when I'm talking about foundational work, I'm talking about really creating a strong cement basement in that house of training for the rest of your life. So sure, it's easy enough to Google, how do I train my dog to sit? But I really want to make sure that I am learning this stuff along the way. This is going a little bit further than I planned, so we're going to stop that one right there. All right. I was starting to bring out some memberships that I have there, but we'll get into that stuff later. Technicalities. So like I said, I really enjoy foundation. If your dog doesn't truly understand what it is you're asking of them, it's really hard for them to be able to always work with that. So we can teach our dogs really awesome tricks along the way, but we really need to have that start to have everything stick. If not, our dogs are more performing. Got one wandering around here behind me. They're more performing than they are actually living. The more we micromanage our dogs, the harder it is mentally for us, the harder it is mentally for them. And again, we're coming back to that whole lifestyle of easy. So when I work with my clients, I really talk a lot about body language and knowing what your dog is saying. There'll be some fun clips on that later on this weekend. We talk a lot about engagement. What is engagement? We're going to go into that a little bit as well. If we can motivate our dogs and if we can have them want to hang out with us, God forbid, we don't have to keep them at the end of that leash where they're tugging to look at everything else along the way because they actually want to hang out with us. We have to create that because the same as kids, puppies like loud, shiny, fancy things. If you are the loudest, fanciest thing in your kid's life, as well as your dog's life, they're going to want to hang out with you here at home, and it's going to be enjoyable. The more we focus on that stuff and really having that in pat, really, really good, don't have to worry about it, everything else starts to come much, much easier. Whether you want to get into sports, whether you want to get into dog showing, the conformation side of things. If you want to do therapy dog and do visitations and such as that, all of that stuff will be beyond simple if you have that relationship with your dog. And this is something that really hits home for me. We've had a decent journey here, Callum and I, and we've come full circle. And like I said, it hits right here. So I really want to have a lot of stuff come up during this weekend that really helps with that and really promotes that and help you to find that same excitement that Callum and I are able to get, that same trust. Keegan and I were able to build it very quickly and easily, and you may be able to do that with half the dogs you have in your life, and the other half may not be as easy. But the more you know and the more you are able to build it and encourage it with your dogs, it doesn't matter what the breed, what the temperament, or any of that such, you can live harmoniously in your house with your dog and your family and whoever else you both want to invite along. And to be honest, that's my goal. So I will pop in a little bit later. I'll explain a little bit more about engagement and motivation and some fun ways to get it. And we'll keep taking it from there. So stay tuned, stick around. There's still lots more to come. And we'll talk soon.